Hello everyone. Welcome to part 2 of our mandala basics. We're going to talk about paint here. So I have a variety of paint. I have metallics, Deco Art metallics. I have apple barrel. I have Deco Art Americana. I have an apple barrel heel. I have folk art. Honestly, any paints will work. Some might be too thin, some might be too thick. You just kind of have to work with them. I prefer the Deco Art Americana. It's the right consistency and I really like it. So this you can use right out of the bottle. I'm just going to show you this. So when you first pour it, it kind of makes a nice little dot there. I don't know if you can see. There we go. And it just, let me zoom out a little bit. Okay. Okay. It's just very easy to work with. You can take your dotting tool and just makes nice dots. Okay. Then we have, let's see, a folk art. Let's do this folk art. And this is a multi-surface surface. This is lavender. Now, as you can see, that's pretty thick. So when you're doing your dots, I mean, you really don't want something that thick. I don't know if you can see, it's really making, see how it's standing up and you have those peaks. So if you buy a paint that's too thick, what you would want to do is add a medium to it that makes it thinner. I do a couple different things. I use this Liquitex acrylic medium flow aid additive. With this, you take 20 parts of water to 1 part of this, add a couple drops to that, and it makes it thinner. You can also use Liquitex pouring medium. This is matte, so if your paint is matte and you want it to stay matte, you would use this. There also is a glossy version. Okay, so that's if your paint's too thick. This is an apple barrel Laguna, and this is a matte acrylic. Okay, now this one might be a little too thin. You see how it's really spreading out right away? Whereas this one's spread out, but not quite so much. Okay, so when you have your paints, you kind of want to see, do they run? Now see how this one's running right away? It's running pretty quick. Now this Deco Art will run, but it'll take a little while. And this folk art, it's not going anywhere. So it's definitely too thick. So for one that's too thin, you would have to add another medium. And I like to use the Golden Soft Gel, and you want it to be the soft gel. They have a matte and they have a glossy. So again, depending on your paint, if you want a glossy finish, you would use the glossy. If you would want to keep it the matte finish, you would add the matte to it, and that will thicken it up. And a little goes a long way. So you just want to take and add just a little bit to it. I'll show you here. So I would just take just a touch here, and you want to start out small. So about, I don't know if you can see that, about that much. You just want to add it to your paint. And I normally would not do it on something like this, but, and you just really work it in until you get the consistency that you want. So let's try that again. Let's see. Okay, so now it's running, but it's running a lot slower. And that's kind of what you want. So you just kind of, you can use any paint you want. You just might have to thin it a little bit or thicken a little bit. So again, when you use the thinner, I have that Flow Aid additive that I have put in a little dropper bottle. Again, it's 20 parts water to 1 part of the Flow Aid. And you just start with by adding 1 dot. And you work that in. Again, to get the consistency you want. Okay, it's making peaks, but not as much. They're settling down. So let's try it now. Okay. And that's a little better. Okay, so it's not quite as, and again, you just adjust these based on how thick or thin your paint is. Okay, so let's do some dotting. So I'm going to wipe this off. Now, when you're first starting out and you want to practice, I like to practice on these tiles because they're a nice slick surface. They work really well for practice. So I'm going to just dry that a little bit. Move some of this stuff out of my way. And let's do some basic dotting. So like I said, when you're practicing, you just kind of want to use something like this, a tile, cardstock, anything like that. This is going to help you get your movement down a little bit. So I like to put my paint in these little paint pots you can get off of Amazon. And this is a Deco Art True Red. And I teach some classes at a local shop. So, and this is how we start. You're just going to dip the tip of your stylus in the paint. Okay. And you kind of want to just get used to the feel of your tools. Some people hold them straight up and down. Some people hold them on an angle. It's totally up to you. So when you dip your paint, you just kind of want to get that covered. And dip and dot. If you dip and dot, you'll get about the same size dot every time. And again, you just have to practice that. And as you go, if you notice your dots are getting bigger, then you want to clean off your tool every so often, okay? So kind of use your stylus, get a feel for the tools, get a feel for the paint, and just really practice dots. Okay? And then let's say you want to try one of your dotting rods. This is a 5 from Happy Dotting Company. It's the same basic thing. You kind of dip it. And then I just go up and down. And you see how it's got that little peak to it? I don't know if you can see it. That's what you want. It will settle down. And you just want to get the feel of your tools. And you don't want to press hard. You just want to kind of, what they say is kiss the surface. All right, so you just want to practice your tools, get the feel for them. Okay, so what I teach in my classes is I teach the basic dots like that. And then your next step would be walking the dots. Now with this, we dipped and dot, dipped and dot, dipped and dot. So for the next one, we're going to dip your tool, get a good amount of paint on there, and then you're going to dot and keep dotting without dipping your tool. And if you notice, your dots are getting smaller and smaller as you go, and that's what you want. You want to dot, 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 And the more paint you get on your tool, the more dots you're going to be able to do. Okay, so that really is just the basic dotting. So now say you want to try to do a swoosh. So again, this is really great to practice on because it's a slick surface and it's going to help you get the movement down. So you want to dip your tool and you want to dot and kind of tap to unload some paint. Okay, you can reload that again, tap, and you got more paint. And then take your tool and just drag it straight down. And depending on the, amount of paint you have is how far you can go. So if you just load it once and pull, you might not get as far. You might, it just depends. This surface, like I said, is very forgiving. So this is a great surface to start on. So that's your basic swoosh. Okay, and then you can do a little curve to your swoosh. When you're doing these, you kind of want to go down a little bit and then take it and curve it in like that. And then go on the other side and do the same thing and curve it in. Okay? So practice doing these. This is your basic, like I said, dotting. You want to practice getting the same size dots every time. I'm going to practice getting the spacing right. Now I'm just putting these down, but when you're practicing on a mandala, you want your spacing to be fairly close. And usually we have, let's just show you one of the designs. So you would do a bigger dot like that. And then you do what's called walking the dots around that big dot. Just, again, clean off your tools every time. I use baby wipes. Keeps them nice and clean. Okay, so next we're going to take this. This is number 3. And we're going to do a dot on the top. Just like that. Okay? And then walking the dots, you're going to dot and then evenly space your dots around that circle. Okay? And then you would go on the other side. So you're going to redo the middle dot and then try to do the same number of dots on that side. Okay? And then another thing you can do is you can load your tool and you can do your swoosh around your circle. Now they didn't go down very far, so I'm going to take one of my little tools, and if you want to drag it all the way down, you just take a smaller tool and grab that paint and drag it down. And you can do the same thing over here. Okay? So again, these are just some basic dotting techniques. And you just want to play with your paint. Really get the feel of your tools. See what different size dots the different tools make. That was the 3 end. Let's do the 1.5 end. And so you can see these dots are a lot smaller. Okay. And then here's a 2.0. So just really take your time, learn the feel of your tools. Okay. So that's just some dotting basics. Really practice, practice, practice. And some of the surfaces, like I said, you can practice on. This is just a tile. It works great because you can wipe it off and start again. You can reuse this many, many times. I have just an aluminum sign here. I make aluminum signs, so this would be good to practice on as well because it's nice and slick. And then you can just, again, get cardstock and practice on there. Or you can get your, a book to practice on. So just really take your time and practice. So in the next video, we are going to practice a little mandala. I will see you then. Bye.